What does resilience mean to you? Are you facing challenging circumstances? Are you struggling with commitment? Is your personal control invaded? Are you having difficulty at work? Have you lost someone special? Resilience means the ability to adapt and bounce back in spite of setbacks or barriers. It is the capacity to recover quickly from tough challenges and setbacks. A resilient person will not ponder on a failed attempt. He acknowledges his mistake and then takes the steps to move forward. A challenge can paralyze or limit a goal. However, a resilient person will look at his failure or mistake to learn from it as an opportunity for improvement. A challenge is not viewed as a negative reflection on his ability, but as a chance to become informed to use a different approach. Keeping up with commitments is part of the daily routine of life with work, causes, and relationships with loved ones. A resilient person is committed to his life and goals. He has a convincing reason to wake up in the morning. How does resilience allow one to take personal control? A resilient person will spend his time concentrating on situations that he has control over, which has a meaningful impact. This makes him feel empowered, leading him to become more confident to take action and less worried about situations that he cannot control. A resilient person focuses on optimism rather than pessimism. He sees the effects of negative events only as a short-term challenge rather than a long-term challenge. Resilience does not allow for a setback to affect other unrelated areas of life. A negative situation or event is a pervasive issue that impacts one's life. A person who is resilient does not blame others when a situation or event is bad. On the contrary, he sees the situation or event for the cause it is promoting. A resilient person has a positive image of the world around, and the future he envisions is stimulated by brighter days ahead of him. Firm goals with a plan to achieve those goals. A resilient person is not influenced by peer pressure. He is empathetic, compassionate, and does not waste time on focusing on what others think of them. He embraces healthy relationships to build strong bonds to make a positive difference. A resilient person does not think of himself as a victim, but as one who focuses on things he has control over. Being resilient means that when we approach something in a way that does not work, we bounce back. We have the energy to learn from mistakes so we can move on to bigger and better things. Your thought awareness should be a daily practice. A resilient person does not let negative thoughts derail his efforts to achieve his goals. He constantly practices positive thinking for a better outcome. A resilient person will not let situations go out of control because he understands that although a situation may seem really overwhelming in the moment, there is always a solution. A resilient person will use smart techniques to achieve personal goals that matches his values and to learn from his experiences wisely. A resilient person is able to build self-confidence. He is assured that he will eventually succeed despite all the setbacks. This belief enables him to take risks tactfully and develop a strong sense of self-worth. A resilient person treats others with compassion, respect, and empathy. He is able to develop a strong network of support. A resilient person is flexible to understand that things may change even if they don't go ahead as planned. Developing a trait of resilience helps us to survive change, to learn and grow from it. Develop your resilience by not trying to solve a problem with the same vision that it was created with. Take control of your emotions before it takes control of you. Have an adaptive attitude by staying strong. Use a restorative approach to solve problems. Keep growing mentally to accept that each step of life is not what happens to you, but what happens within you as a person. Work on a problem rather than becoming paralyzed by negativity. Be more prepared. Accept that failure is not collapsing, but refusing to awaken you. You have the ability to adapt successfully to challenging circumstances. You have the determination to never give up. You become enlightened with a positive vision. You become resilient when you view setbacks and failures from an open-minded perspective.